Hey Libra, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is transpiring for you for November of 2025. Show me Libra for November 2025, please. Your overall energy is the Five of Swords reversed. This can represent a couple of things. I'll obviously have to clarify. This can be where you feel like you just can't win, no matter what you do sometimes, or you can be done playing somebody else's mind game. The King of Cups, this is for your challenge. So it can be asking you to make sure that you're being very emotionally mature in regards to a specific situation. So whether this is like you're dealing with some family drama or some relationship drama or something like that, it's just asking you to make sure that you are emotionally sound. This can also be where somebody, maybe if this isn't you, then somebody can be trying to be there for you. Now, just because somebody wants to be there for you doesn't necessarily mean that you have to agree or whatever. But I think that this would be a good person to lean on. For some of you, you need to go to therapy, okay, with the King of Cups, the King of Cups there, because sometimes that can represent like a therapist. In the recent past, we have the Six of Wands reversed. Okay, well, this can represent pride, ego issues, something like that. It can also represent where you don't feel successful or you don't feel seen with something that you put effort into. The Page of Wands is here. That's really, really good. So that's for the near future. You can be starting something new. It can be something creative, but it's a situation that you're trying to build more confidence in, or a talent that you're trying to build more confidence in. The Death card for what's going on in your mind. You guys are being mentally transformed, in my opinion, where there's something external from you that was a bit out of your control. It certainly was. But the control that you have is how you let it transform you. And I think that's kind of what's on your mind. What's going on in your subconscious? Two of Wands. I think that right now you guys are at a fork in the road, and you're needing to choose, and you know it, but you may be suppressing that for some reason. The Eight of Wands reversed. This is for your advice. Don't force it. Okay, don't force something if you feel like it's not supposed to be for you. The Three of Cups for somebody external from you that can be affecting your energy. So this can be really good for friendships. It seems like there's somebody here who either A, you're reconciling with, or they can just be somebody that you're hanging out with, socializing with. This is likely going to be somebody that deeply understands you on an emotional level. There's a camaraderie. The Page of Pentacles reversed for your fear and your hopes. So I think that you're wanting to start brand new, but you also fear that maybe you're going to get bored of something. Maybe you feel like you're not doing good enough. Maybe you feel like you're just not putting in enough effort towards something. Although the thing that you're wanting to start, you're really wanting to, you're wanting it to, show you the fruits of your labor or whatever. But again, there seems to be a delay or a fear or an insecurity around what it is that you're wanting to start. I think it has something to do with that Page of Wands in the future. The Two of Pentacles for the end of November. So it's like, this is Jupiter and Capricorn. So it can be like when we have, maybe you're a tarot reader and like at the end of the month, you just get a lot of readings and it's like, okay, it's really good because you're climbing up the ladder, right? Making a name for yourself, or you're making a lot of money. But at the same time, it's like, oh my God, if I drop the ball on one thing, like it's all coming in crashing down, right? So it can kind of be that vibe. The theme for your reading is the Nine of Wands. This can be when we're needing to fight for something that we believe in. It can be about our boundaries. It can be in regards to this Eight of Wands reverse for your advice. So maybe it's not necessarily about forcing something. Maybe it's that you're actually needing to move something forward. Okay. So you may be needing to speak out. You may be needing to, make that appointment. You may be needing to write that blog or whatever, because it's telling you that success can be had, but you are going to be the one that has to make the move. So let's see what's going on with that Five of Swords reversed for your energy. I actually like this with the Ace of Pentacles. The way that you want to go about planting new seeds in your life is the moral high ground way. The Five of Swords reverse and the Ace of Pentacles is the type of person to plant seeds without trying to take any shortcuts or without trying to put others down on their way up. So, for instance, this can be like you're wanting a promotion, and maybe other people are trying to bait you to talk badly about your coworkers in order to make sure that you get the promotion, but you're like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this in the right way. So to me, there's something that you're doing in the moral way that is going to last longer than if you weren't. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of stuff catches up with you. So I think that's a really positive omen, in my opinion. You have the King of Cups with the Two of Wands. Oh, well, if we remember, what's going, it's 11:11 a.m. right now on the clock, and it just turned 11:12 as soon as I said that. Oof. Okay. Well, and that's funny because I didn't even think, oh my God, I didn't even think about it. Look, two, it looks like 11:11. I didn't even think about that. How weird. Okay. So I know people that don't watch tarot and they like pick up on my video. They must be like, wow, these freaking occultist people or tarot people are insane. Anyway, the King of Cups and the Two of Wands. All right. So this can be in regards to a relationship. If this is you, and this is your specific challenge about like your identity and how you navigate through the world, it may be asking you to take a more cool, calm, collected approach in the way that you navigate your relationships and the way that you really navigate any of your choices. Let me get one more on that, actually. The Four of Cups. So, the difference between the King of Cups and the Four of Cups, I mean, there's so many differences. The King of Cups is somebody who can be very stoic. They know how to stick with the plot. They're somebody who can absorb other people's emotions and remain intact, very mature. The Four Cups is like the most ungrateful, focused on, the grass could be greener on the other side instead of watering the grass that you have available to you. So for some of you, it can be about needing to show more appreciation for what you have right in front of you as opposed to trying to like venture out and see what else is out there. And that doesn't mean that you can't have changes and things like that, but there's something about this. It feels like there's something about you needing to focus on the grass that you're standing in as opposed to climbing the fence and seeing what's on the other side. Okay. For some of you, that is the case. And and I'm not saying that you're ungrateful, but I think that sometimes we can all kind of take for granted the things in our life, even if we go to like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts every day and we talk to the wonderful barista, that is there, and they maybe give us a free drink every once in a while, and then like they do it so often that it just becomes like expected, or so it's asking you to take a different take on something that you may not feel grateful for. The Six of Wands reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed for the recent past. So this was in October, okay, whatever this was. If you are this Queen of Wands reversed, you could have felt like you were owed something. You could have felt like you were owed some kind of recognition or award or rewards for something that you just didn't win at, if I'm going to be honest with you. And this could have sparked a lot of jealousies within you, a lot of anger, which could have kind of gotten you in a little bit of a pickle. All right. So now this can also be somebody connected to you. This can be a feminine energy who maybe they tried to ruin your reputation, maybe they tried to take you down in some way. Also, I wanted to say for this challenge, if you feel like you are not this King of Cups, if you are with somebody in your life or there's someone in your life, specifically a masculine, that you feel does not appreciate you, does not water the grass that they're in, this may be the time where you're really having to make a very serious, emotionally mature decision. Okay. Because there is somebody, if like this is a partner, there's somebody that will love you the right way. Okay. And for some of you, you actually have someone in your life that is just like this, but you may not appreciate them. Okay, so it's going to be dependent. I know this is all over the place, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm adhering to everybody. So then we have the death card for what's going on in your mind with the Four of Swords reverse. It's done. If that's how you're thinking about something, it's done. It's done. You're ready to kind of, if you've been doing some healing lately or you've been keeping to yourself, especially amidst all these changes worldwide and in your own life, you maybe have the mindset of like, okay, that transformed me. What can I do with this? How can I bring this out into the world, right? Like for instance, I got into tarot reading because I got my heart broke, and then a video popped up on my page that was tarot, and then eventually I was like, you know what, I can do this, right? And that's how I am with everything. I can do this. I could do that. And it can be something like that where some kind of change happened, and now you're ready to integrate it out into the world in some way. Maybe you write poetry or music or who knows in the near future. So I would say that this is uh hello, this is December. Thank you. This is December. We have the Page of Wands and we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Can you tell me more about that? The Lovers reversed. I think that something just isn't working out. It can be something that you thought was for you, whether it's a relationship or some kind of legacy, and now you're just like, what? I don't think so. Like, I don't think that's really for me. And you're kind of venturing out into something brand new. And we already kind of saw that in your energy as well. You're trying to do something the right way, and I think that's really positive. I can't fault you for it. So, oop, the Two of Wands and the Five of Cups reversed. I do think that you've let go of regret or some kind of sadness, and now your spirit and your soul and your higher self truly is ready for something new. That's what I think, or you're ready to kind of pivot. And so the Two of Wands can be where there's something from the past and it's like, yeah, it's there. We've had this for a while and now we must look to the future. And you can be stuck in one place because of that focus on the past or because of maybe guilt that you've had or whatever, but you are ready. You are ready to let that go. Again, I'm getting something about being moral. Okay. Like going about something the right way. There's that Five of Swords reversed again, and that's for your energy. So I think the energy that you have, I think that you should keep that same energy. Let me see something. The Nine of Wands, that's your theme, remember? The Nine of Wands is your theme. And this is, wow, how interesting. The Eight of Wands reversed to the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands being your theme, which is the bigger picture of your reading, which is about standing up for what you believe in, doing what's morally right, doing what's morally sound. And in some ways this can be like something as simple or complex, honestly, as maybe you see some guys talking sexually about a coworker of yours or whatever, and maybe you don't say anything, and it's like, no, say something. Be that change that you want to see in the world. Ignite that change that you want to see in your own life. And sometimes that means that you're going to have to be very blunt. Sometimes that means that you're going to have to be very straightforward and very honest, and sometimes that can be scary, especially in a world of people who want to live in their own echo chamber, or especially in a world where people bite, and, sometimes doing the right thing can be the hardest thing. But in the end, you will win because of that, especially in regards to your soul. And so I feel like there is something to that for you guys. So open yourselves up to doing that because you will come out on top. The Three of Cups and the King of Wands for somebody that is affecting your energy this month. What's their intent here? The Knight of Cups reversed. I think that this is somebody that can bring a little bit of fun into your life. You likely already know this person, but for some of you, maybe not. For some of you, if it is somebody new, you could meet this person through like a group of friends. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. You can meet this person through a group of friends. They can be somebody who's incredibly attractive. Maybe they own their own business. You also have to be a little careful sometimes because the King of Wands can represent like the taken man. Okay, so be cautious with that, right? But for others of you, if it's not necessarily romantic, which I'm wondering if it's not, just because I see the Knight of Cups reversed, which it's like that's their intent. Now, for some of you, it can be nefarious, like, oh, this person wants to manipulate you, and sure, but being that the Three of Cups is in the upright and the King of Wands is in the upright, I'm not really feeling that. So instead, that leads me to believe that the Knight of Cups reversed would be less romantically based and more on a friendship level. Although I think it's possible this can turn into something more if that's something that you're interested in. For my masculines who are totally heterosexual, this could just be a friend that is there for you, that is trying to have your back in some way, especially in a time of need. The Page of Pentacles reversed for your hopes and or fears. So I think that you have like some kind of fear that people or a person is going to get bored of you or bored with you, so it's like you don't even put in the effort anyway, or you feel like you can't win something, and it's like, no, you can, but you have to make the move. You have to fight for what you believe in. You have to put your gloves on. You have to get in the ring because you can do it. But that feeling of imposter syndrome, or that feeling of being powerless or whatever it is the only thing that's really going to stop you. The Two of Pentacles for the outcome. The Star reversed with the Two of Pentacles. I don't know. I mean, that's not really my favorite, just because I think that for some of you, you can be very focused on your tangible reality, which is really, really good. I love that for you. We love that. As a quadruple earth sign, I love that. But at the same time, when we do that, like when we focus too much on our tangible reality and like making money, sometimes we forget about the things that make us who we are, right? Like art, poetry, dance, music, whatever it is that we would choose to do if money wasn't a factor. I want you to think about what that is and make sure that you're focusing on those things too. Don't let those things die. Because again, with this being the theme of your reading, you can have it. You can have it if you speak up. You can have it if you put on those gloves and get in that ring. Your commitment is being tested. And then house three, ooh, maybe this is in regards to your communication and speaking up. So again, I was telling you, house three can be the way that we think and the way that we communicate. And I do think that you guys have some kind of like deep level of advanced thinking in the way that you're thinking because it's coming from a healed place for most of you. But it's about not just thinking, it's about speaking out. It's about speaking up. And so the thing that you believe in, the thing that you want, okay? The thing that you start, how much do you fucking want it, right? How much do you want it? How much do you believe in it? And what kind of thought process do you need to have that's going to encourage you to speak out about it or speak up about it? Maybe it's something in regards to a writing project, learning. These things can kind of come up as well. And then happiness is simple. Find joy in life's small wonders, for they hold the key to a fulfilling and contented heart. So this is like I was telling you, where it's like, yes, we love that. Focus on your money, boo boo, right? But focus on your money, focus on your coin, but don't forget to focus on the things that make you you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website at www.violettaalexis.com. If you would like to book a scheduled session with me or text and or call spontaneously, you can do so at hipsy.com/violettaalexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below or in the pinned comment in the chat. Thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great mid-October.